Alright gentlemen, and ladies, if you decide to watch this somehow, I don't know how you would, I'm going to show you the exact blueprint to speedrun you to 10% body fat as quick as possible. If I'm going to be real with you, it's never going to be quick in a speedrun, and it's never going to be easy. So don't expect it to be quick, and don't expect it to be easy. I know I said speedrun, it's not going to be quick. Within this video, I want to hone in on so much critical information that you don't really normally think about with a typical YouTube fitness video that you watch. A lot of them, unfortunately, are a bunch of copy and paste and lift weights, sleep well. And don't get me wrong, it does work. It's great advice, but it's so surface level. So I'm going to take it deeper than that so that you have a key fundamental of how to get this done. By the way, my name's Finn. I'm an online fitness coach. If you want to work with me one-on-one, there's a link down in the description below. So on this left photo here, I was about I would say near the 20% body fat. I'm getting about 16, I would say 16% body fat maybe. I would say it's pretty close to that. And then this one right here is pretty lean for me. I mean, this is probably 9% body fat. It's not exactly 10, but you get the point still. You could still get fairly lean with the same exact blueprint. It's just how far do you want to take it? So first, we got recomp. This would be your look and overall insulin sensitivity. If we're not stripping away the fat, we're just bulking off a frame that is not ready to be bulked on, which means you're just adding more body fat, and then you're just piling on some body fat, and we don't want that. We want to start in a position where you're fairly lean, and you also are very responsive to insulin, which is the most anabolic hormone in your body. So we take insulin sensitivity to the max here. So that means everything that you do, the carbs that you put in your body are just firing rapidly. They're so quick to respond to your body, and it's all getting shuttled into the muscle. That's what basically the insulin sensitivity part means. But you only do this whenever you strip away fat first. You're not insulin resistant by having a little bit of body fat on you, which means that you don't respond to insulin at all, but you're less sensitive to it, which means that you're not responding to it as best as you could be. And plus, you don't want the extra body fat. If you could look good doing something, as in this case, looking good while you're putting more calories into your body after you recomp, it's a win-win because you're going to want to keep going when you look good doing it. That's just how it works. Next thing I want to point on is don't focus on the scale as much. When we focus on the scale, we're just punching ourselves in the face. And honestly, for no good reason. If I could tell you how many times the scale has told me a number I wasn't happy with, but the mirror told me a different story, I'd be like Elon Musk, quite honestly, if I'm gonna be real with you. And that's just how it works. The scale does not mean as much as you guys make it out to be. Especially me in the beginning, I made the scale the whole center point of my fitness journey. But it makes sense though, right? The number goes up, the number goes down. That's all we really can tell. But instead of this, you want to be focusing more on lifestyle, and the mirror changes more. Lifestyle changes being as in how well do your pants fit compared to last week? And when it comes to a certain type of outfit that you want to wear, is it fitting better? Are the sleeves more snug on you? Is this double XL getting ready to be pushed down to an XL? It's just basic stuff like that, because those are the stuff that you pick up on more and get more fulfillment and happiness out of than the scale, because the scale is just a number, right? It's better to see all the progress that you've seen on the scale go into action by your normal lifestyle changes. Maybe you're not getting as winded as you were going up the stairs. And quite honestly, that's a big thing for a lot of people. That first photo of me, I'm telling you right now, I was getting winded wherever I went, legitimately with the smallest tasks I had to do. And it was just so embarrassing. It was really embarrassing. I'm not gonna lie. We don't want that. And sometimes whenever the scale surprises you with a number higher than you're used to and just out of nowhere, maybe 4 pounds in a day, they could just be due to retaining water weight, which is because you maybe had a little bit more carbs and a little bit more salt as well, which made you retain a little bit of water, which is totally normal. At the end of the day, it's how do you feel and how do you look and then what changes have been made throughout your life. So do not overcomplicate the scale. I'm telling you right now, this is where everyone fails because they've tried a approach, they have not tried the approach. Next, we're going to focus solely on the diet. And this is one of the most important and crucial aspects of this because we are made to be super machines, super computers, basically. Yet we live in a world that basically negates that. With all the food that we have around us in the supermarket, it's so hard to shop healthily, especially because it's a little bit more expensive than just getting McDonald's, for example, which, at this point, we're going to have to play the game that you get what you pay for. You are not going to see better progress fitting in your macros a Big Mac from McDonald's or just a burger from Burger King or something like that. We want to focus solely on better micronutrients from better macros. So we want better quality macros so that we have more micronutrients as well, which keeps us fuller for longer and also keeps us feeling better, the best that we can, because remember, we're going to be highly active, high performing individuals, which is exactly what we want. We want to also focus so much on fiber. If I could tell you how much fiber has played a huge role on so many people's fitness transformations. I said the Elon Musk one already. What else do I have to come up with? But when it comes to eating a lot more micronutrient friendly foods, you're going to find out that they also have a lot of fiber. So this being a lot of the fruit you eat, potatoes, white potatoes, sweet potatoes, vegetables of any kind, any green leafy vegetables as well, best ones you can get. A lot of micronutrients in a lot of those. But why this is such a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich, sorry, I don't mean to make you hungry, I'm sorry, but why this is such a great peanut butter and jelly sandwich combo of just micronutrients and fiber is because fiber keeps you fuller for longer because it is slowing down your digestion. A lot of the foods that you eat with fiber are basically a carb, right? And they do not fully digest. They just are meant to slow down digestion, and they also build up in your lower and larger intestines so that it comes out as poop. So I don't know how else to put that. Stool is another word, but I don't expect you guys to know this stuff. You're not like a scientist or something like that. But the last bit and key important part of this slide right here is a question that I want to ask. Why exactly do you think that you are eating? A lot of the people that I talk to just eat out of boredom, and sometimes they have no idea. And this is me included. I am no exclusion from this argument. 100%, if you were to take all the times that you've eaten in a day, how many of them will you actually say that you were legitimately hungry? Maybe 1, 2, but at the same time, the more active you get with the program that we're going to put you on, you're going to be more hungry. And that's totally okay. You're just gonna be more aware of when you're actually hungry and when you're eating for boredom. And it comes to give you a better appreciation for the food that you're eating. The third point I wanna key in on is to stay active outside of the gym. And this is very important because the gym workout, the resistance training, the weight training, plus the cardio that you do on top of that is actually only the start. And when it comes to this, you wanna be able to find hobbies that allow you to get a better step count within your day. And that's normally just the way we track it. You don't necessarily have to track it, but at the same time, it would be very, very helpful to be able to track your activity throughout the day. This could be through the health app on the iPhone. I don't know if Android has one because I'm not a nerd, but at the same time, if you had an Apple Watch too, or just any sort of Samsung watch, I know they have some too. So you know what? Go for it. It'll tell you your step count, whether you want to just play tennis, you want to go on a walk, you want to ride a bike, which I wouldn't go too extreme. This doesn't really have to be extreme activity, just something that light that you break a sweat with, maybe playing basketball with some buddies some one day. Like if it's Sunday and you don't have to work and you're just gonna go chill with some friends and we're just gonna go play a quick pickup game of basketball. Nothing too crazy. That actually adds up on your total daily activity, and it's almost like you don't even realize it. Isn't that cool? Granted, it could be some very intense exercise if you want it to be, but we're gonna have to accommodate for that just depending on how much we're paying attention with how much the scale's dropping, how much we see in the mirror, and how much of our daily activity lifestyle changes that we see within like the clothes changing and everything like that. If we have no energy at all, we need to ultimately up the calories or just chill out on the activity a little bit, which I would rather much up the calories because who doesn't want more food? But if nothing else, if you can't do any of this, if you don't have an active lifestyle, maybe you're lacking some friends for now because at the same time, a lot of men nowadays are very lonely. I would just say just walk. And quite honestly, that's probably what I suggest to a lot of the people anyways. If you just walked, you are doing so much and you have no idea. It's so mindless because all the hard work that you put into the gym, this is just a cherry on top right here. Just walking is going to take you so far, and no pun intended. I have a little walking pad that I have in my basement that I use. Quite honestly, you don't need to do that. You could just go outside, take a walk, or if you have a break on work, you can go take a walk as well. Maybe you're traveling class to class. You could walk from class to class as well and track that. So by no means is this ever going to be avoided. This is always going to be a staple, and I'm sure you know of it already, is to train hard. But with that being said, we need to be able, we're making sure that we are recovering harder because your mind and your body and then your nervous system are just separate things that make you all into one human being, right? So training with serious intensity is going to be your hard part, correct? I'm sure we can all agree on that because it's not going to be easy, like I said. You need to allow your body to do its hard part after that by getting enough sleep. I would say 8 to 9 hours of sleep at night if you're going to be doing this, maybe even 10 if you can squeeze it in. A lot of us are going to be high performers and we can't really just do all that. And man, I totally get it. There's only so much time in a day, but you know that you have a window that you can make with 8 to 9 hours dedicated to sleep so that you are very much ready to go the next day. Then everything just switches on. Everything's ready to go for you tomorrow. Your brain is working with you, not against you. You already know what you're going to eat. You already know what body part you're going to hit. You already know what work you have set out for work the next day if it's one of those type of jobs. And as corny as this sounds, you're going to have so much cognitive energy and physical energy just to attack the day. And that is so crucial because if we can make every day count, not just in fitness. We're on a good path here. And out of these past 3 points, if there's one thing that you want to take out of all of this, is to take care of your mental health. And I cannot be serious enough about this. This is because stress will kill all of your progress. And at some point, if you have so much chronic stress, it will start to eat away at muscle. You'll start to hold more water weight, and then you'll just start to binge eat more, destroying every single bit of that Roman foundation, this Roman aqueduct that you've built. That was a weird analogy, but I mean more of the physique that you've built, the Greek statue that we're creating. But nobody even talks about how good it is to take care of your mental health by meditating, journaling, going to speak with other people. If someone can understand the problems that you're going through and you can get to the root of the problem that's in your head, you'll be able to attack your goals way clearer because you know why you're doing it. Because did you click on this video for just external validation of other people through a good physique? Or do you really want to do this for yourself? Do you want to do this for the family that's waiting for you to step up to the plate, which is also external validation? We can't knock this out completely, but at the same time, we have to have some sort of self-love before we even attack this. And a lot of this stuff is mental. So if you cannot switch your mentality on to be the person that just performs every day, no matter how they feel, no matter what's going on in their life, then it's not, none of this is going to work. None of this even comes together close. You're probably going to be stuck on the first slide every 3 months because you need to be able to fix your mindset first. Lastly, my friends, I'm going to talk about hydration real quick. And this is very important because it really is a mind trick that it plays with you, because a lot of the times you're not hungry, you're bored, you're depressed, or you're dehydrated. And what I mean by this is not just water. We're going to be drinking a lot of electrolytes and minerals. I'm sure you can just find a blend off Amazon. It should be like 20, 30 bucks that you can just find. Have that, add some extra salt to it because a lot of them don't have enough salt is what I'm finding. It's kind of lame. At the same time, you're going to feel a significant difference. Cognitively, more sharp, you're going to have more physical energy to perform in the gym. And then also when you're constantly drinking 3 to 4 liters of water, you are putting yourself in a great position to flush out all the water weight that you have so that scale weight shouldn't scare you as much, but then with a deeper understanding of it, it shouldn't really scare you at all because you know that this isn't going to be a linear graph. This is going to be a jagged up and down like stock graph, you know what I mean? Other than that, that's pretty much all I had to talk about. I don't really have much left in the tank here. I'm pretty tired. I have to go to a doctor's appointment, so hopefully my blood's all good. I'm sure it will be. One of these papers I have back here, it's one of my goals written down. It is to have flawless blood, which means having no problems with my blood work whenever by the time I'm 40 or 50. And I hope the same thing for you, and I'm going to help you get there. If you want to click the link down below to work with me one-on-one, let's get to it, my friend. Other than that, I'll see y'all later.